Travel has a way of exposing weak points in your gear. A zipper fails mid-trip, a power bank dies in the cold, a passport wallet gets soaked and ruins your documents. Most travel accessories are designed for ideal conditions, not the reality of checked bags getting thrown around, sudden weather changes, or the constant abuse of moving between time zones. We set out to build a guide to some of the toughest travel gear on the market, ultra-durable gear that still fuses both form and function. We're talking materials originally developed for military applications and construction methods that eliminate failure points altogether. Of course, most of this gear is going to cost more upfront. A $500 Dyneema backpack or a $100 t-shirt engineered to last 100 years aren't exactly impulse purchases, and we completely get that. But when you're building a travel kit meant to handle years of international trips, airport abuse, and unpredictable conditions, the math starts to change a bit. Buy once, use forever. That's the approach here. And as we've been very vocal about in the past, we certainly have an affinity for over-engineered gear. So without further ado, let's get into it. Victorinox has been synonymous with Swiss precision since 1884, but most people still associate the brand with their iconic multi-tool rather than their serious timepieces. This week's sponsor hopes to change all that with the Air Pro GMT Automatic. Built on the heritage of their Aer Dopp platform, named after the aircraft carrier officer who coordinates flight deck operations, the Air Pro is designed for travelers who actually need to track multiple time zones. The dual crown setup includes a screw-down crown at the 4 o'clock, marked with the Victorinox shield to handle time setting, while the crown at the 2 o'clock with a yellow GMT indicator independently controls an internal rotating bezel displaying 24 global cities aligned to UTC. This collar GMT features an internal bezel equipped with a yellow 12-hour scale for quick reference, and combined with the skeletonized yellow tip GMT hand, you're tracking 3 time zones simultaneously. The 43mm case measures 13mm thick with a 53.8mm lug-to-lug and a 21mm lug width, seen here on our wearer's 6.75-inch wrist for reference, and it weighs in at just under 7.5 ounces on the bracelet. Constructed from brushed 3/16-ounce stainless steel with a polished brush bezel, it's rated for 200 meters of water resistance and features anti-shock protection. The matte black dial is pure maximalism. Oversized Arabic numerals at both the 3 and 9 o'clock help anchor the layout, while raised diamond cut indices and superluminova filled hands ensure legibility in any lighting. The internal city bezel adds another layer of visual complexity, and a frame date window at 6 o'clock rounds things out. The new ergonomic steel bracelet features a deployant clasp and integrates with Victorinox's tool-free quick change system, which allows you to swap straps with ease. Inside, the Swiss-made Sellita SW330-2 automatic movement delivers 56 hours of power reserve. On the backside, an exhibition caseback reveals the movement through sapphire crystal, complete with an engraved Swiss Army knife emblem, a thoughtful finishing touch that connects the brand's tool heritage to its watchmaking. Founded by a former Green Beret, GoRuck has built its reputation on gear that can handle legitimate abuse. The GR2 has been their flagship travel pack since day one, a clamshell opening rucksack inspired by Special Forces medical packs that lets you pack like a suitcase but still travel hands-free. And while we love the standard version, this Dyneema version takes an already bulletproof design and makes it damn near indestructible. For the uninitiated, Dyneema composite fabric is 15 times stronger than steel by weight and 40% stronger than Kevlar, with tear strength roughly 5 times higher than equivalent high-tenacity nylon. In practical terms, this means the GR2 Dyneema will outlast most of the gear you'll pack inside. The fabric also brings exceptional abrasion resistance, which is critical for the overhead bin shuffle and baggage claim chaos that comes with frequent travel. At 34 liters in capacity, the GR2 remains carry-on compliant while still offering some serious organization. 2 main compartments, a dedicated laptop sleeve, 12-inch by 18.5-inch, multiple mesh pockets, and 4 rows of external and internal MOLLE webbing for customization. The clamshell opening is a real advantage here, as you can access everything without digging through the layers of clothes. Meanwhile, a removable frame sheet stabilizes the laptop compartment, and it helps distribute weight across the extra padded shoulder straps. The pack measures 12.5 inches wide, by 20.5 inches high, by 9 inches deep, and weighs 4.03 pounds despite its bomb-proof construction. YKK zippers throughout with paracord pulls that work with gloves, plus a hidden top pocket under the grab handle for quick access items round out the affair here. As with most of their products, GoRuck backs everything with their SCARS lifetime guarantee. Basically, if you manage to break it, they'll fix it. And yes, at over $500, this is a significant investment, but this is a pack you buy once and use it for decades. and anyone who owns a GoRuck pack can attest to that. If you're traveling with AirTags, and you absolutely should be, the weak point isn't the tracker itself. It's whatever flimsy holder is supposed to keep it attached to your luggage. Elevation Labs solved this problem with the TagVault security cable, a fiber-reinforced composite case that secures your AirTag behind an oversized CNC machined Torx screw. The steel-braided cable offers enough flex to loop through your luggage handles, backpack zippers, or keychain rings without being too cumbersome. The body itself is compact and minimal, and installation takes just seconds. Drop in your AirTag, thread in the cable where you need it, and torque down the screw with the included T10 driver. What sets us apart is the IP68 waterproofing. A patent-pending inner gasket keeps your AirTag's battery dry even in harsh conditions, which will pay dividends when your bag gets left on a rain-soaked tarmac. Also, the case won't interfere with the AirTag signal, and the Torx security fastener adds just enough friction to deter opportunistic theft without being impossible to service when you need to swap the battery. At just $20 for a 2-pack, it's a thoughtful AirTag solution we found for travel gear that actually gets used. San Francisco-based Aer has staked their name on minimalist carry gear that doesn't sacrifice function. The Dopp Kit 3 represents their third iteration on the toiletry organizer concept, and this X-Pac version seen here swaps their typical ballistic nylon, which we also love, for something lighter and more water resistant. The exterior uses VX42 X-Pac sailcloth from Dimension Polyant, the same laminated fabric used in high-performance yacht sails. It's lighter than ballistic nylon while still maintaining abrasion resistance and adding superior water resistance to the mix. The diamond ripstop pattern also gives it a distinct look that breaks from Aer's usual aesthetic. At 1.8 liters and measuring 9 inches by 5 inches by 2.5 inches, the Dopp Kit 3 is deliberately compact. Aer ditched the bulkier front compartment from the previous version in favor of a streamlined clamshell design that opens fully flat for easy access. Inside, you'll find a large zippered mesh pocket on one side, elastic loops for toothbrushes and razors, and a shelf-style pouch area for TSA-compliant travel bottles. A quick-access front pocket handles smaller items like bobby pins or tweezers. The high-vis orange interior liner makes it easy to spot items in low light, and the antimicrobial coating provides some peace of mind for inevitable spills. YKK AquaGuard zippers keep moisture out, while the flat back handle lets you hang it from a hook with a carabiner or grab it quickly. And the structured design means it stands upright on its own, which is useful when counter space is limited. There is certainly no shortage of water bottle brands on the market today, but Silverant's commitment to building some of the best titanium bottles on the planet made them a shoe-in here. Silverant Outdoors operates its own titanium factory in China, which means they control the entire manufacturing process, and it certainly shows in the details. Constructed from 99.7% pure Grade 1 titanium with single-wall construction, the water bottle weighs just 164 grams, or 5.7 ounces, while still being able to hold 21 fluid ounces. The slim profile measures 100 millimeters in diameter and 204 millimeters tall, making it easy to slip into backpack side pockets or bag compartments without the bulk of standard water bottles. The sandblasted finish provides an even matte appearance while maintaining the titanium's inherent benefits. This means it won't rust, it won't corrode, or leach chemicals into your water. And because titanium is biocompatible, it doesn't alter the taste of liquids. This means no metallic aftertaste and no funky odors, even after years of use. The all-titanium lid features a clip-top cap with food-grade silicone seal that's actually leak-proof. Plus, you get an alternative plastic lid as a backup. And like several other brands on this guide, Silverant backs everything up with a lifetime guarantee. Shoes are oftentimes the forgotten problem in travel packing. You can't throw dirty footwear in with clean clothes, but most bags don't offer any real solutions beyond hoping a plastic grocery bag will hold up. Dispatch's Shoe Tote actually addresses this with a purpose-built solution. As the name would suggest, this is basically an over-engineered tote just for your shoes. The construction uses 1680D ballistic nylon with DWR coating on the main body. Overkill for a shoe bag? Maybe, but it means that this thing will probably outlast whatever footwear you're storing in it. An adjustable roll-top closure with magnetic buckles lets you compress the bag when empty or expand it for bulkier footwear, and the side panels use pocket mesh fabric for ventilation. The back panel here features a herringbone webbing handle and mounting points that accept Dispatch's shoulder strap for standalone carry, or you can clip it inside the bag's gym work bag or their duffel as an internal organizer. This modular approach makes sense for travelers who want separation without dedicating permanent space. The tote accommodates shoes up to US size 13 and measures 14 inches by 11 inches by 1 inch when compressed, and is backed by Dispatch's lifetime guarantee. Leather passport wallets get soggy, heavy, and can fall apart in wet or humid climates. Pioneer spent 2 years and hundreds of prototypes developing a technical alternative that doesn't compromise on the premium feel that travelers expect. The Passport wallet, seen here in the Onyx variant, uses the brand's 10XD fabric, which is Pioneer's term for their ultramolecular, high-weight polyethylene that's 10 times stronger than steel by weight. A smooth DWR finish repels water and dirt, keeping the wallet looking new through years of use. The interior uses what the brand calls a future form technology. It's a pliable core that gives the wallet structure and a leather-like hand feel that breaks in with use but never breaks down. It's a really great tactile feel that does get better with age. The layout is simple but intentionally asymmetric. A 3D molded passport slot on the right side fits standard or extended 52-page passports perfectly, while the left pocket holds boarding passes or tickets. 2 inward-facing card slots accommodate up to 8 cards total, and a cash pocket handles folded bills. The whole thing measures in at 8.46 inches by 5.31 inches when open, folding down to 4.06 inches by 5.31 inches. It's compact enough for a back pocket, though its structured design probably makes it better suited for a sling or a backpack. RFID protection comes standard across all materials, and the Passport wallet is also completely sweat-proof and machine washable. Anyone who's opened a pill organizer mid-trip to find crushed tablets or moisture damage knows that cheap drugstore solutions just don't cut it for actual travel. Matador approached this overlooked problem with the same engineering mindset they bring to all of their ultralight travel gear, with the waterproof pill canister. This canister uses an anodized aluminum shell that won't crush in a packed bag or accidentally pop open under duress. And the IPX7 waterproof rating means it can handle full submersion, not just humidity or light rain, which is useful when your Dopp kit takes an unexpected swim or you get caught in a downpour. The aluminum construction does add a bit of weight here, 3 ounces empty, compared to plastic alternatives, but it feels like a fair trade-off for the protection offered. Inside, a removable sliding insert divides the canister into 7 numbered compartments. Essentially, there's one for each day of the week. The organization is straightforward. You can see at a glance whether you've taken your daily supplements or medications without having to dump everything out. Each compartment holds around 8 standard-sized capsules or tablets, which should cover most travelers' daily regimen. If you're carrying things like large fish oils or a complicated medication schedule, space will probably be tight. The slim profile measures 7.6 inches by 1.4 inches by 1 inches, making it easy to slip into any back pocket on the go. A paracord hang loop on the back lets you clip it to a carabiner for external carry, and all materials are food safe, BPA-free, and PVC-free. Packing cubes have become an absolute essential for us, and we don't know how we ever traveled without them. They solve a real problem, keeping gear organized and maximizing pack space. And while there are plenty of options on the market, the team at Hyperlite Mountain Gear specializes in ultra lightweight and ultra durable outdoor gear, and they decided to apply that same ultralight philosophy they use for their backpacks to create what they call pods. The 9L version uses Dyneema composite fabric 1.3, which looks and feels like reinforced TagVault. But as we previously mentioned with the GoRuck pack, Dyneema offers a strength-to-weight ratio 15 times greater than steel. The material is also fully waterproof, UV resistant, and it's nearly impossible to tear. At just 1.2 ounces, roughly the weight of a donut, it's one of the lightest packing cubes we've tested that still offers actual weather protection. The clamshell design opens vertically rather than laying flat like traditional packing cubes. You unzip the top and stack items inside, which helps you utilize the full 9-liter capacity without any wasted space. The pod measures 6.5 inches by 12.9 inches by 4.5 inches and can hold around 8 t-shirts when compressed, although there are other sizes available as well. YKK water-resistant zippers keep moisture out, and all seams are fully taped for additional weather protection. Pull tabs on both sides of the zipper double as attachment points for clipping the pod inside your pack or to external gear. The trade-off for this construction should be noted, and it's noise. The Dyneema crinkles like a tarp when handled, which can definitely get annoying. There's also a writable area on the exterior for labeling contents. While designed specifically for Hyperlite's 40 to 55 liter packs, this pod works great in any bag. Anyone who travels regularly has probably lost a multi-tool to TSA. Full-size Leathermans don't make it past security, leaving you with either nothing or one of those keychain tools that's basically useless. Connor Toor, a former Marine, designed his keychain multi-tool with a different approach. Make something small enough to travel with, but actually functional when you need it. The Keychain multi-tool is precision machined from a solid billet of 1075 carbon steel. Rather than opting for easier to manufacture stainless steel, Toor chose carbon steel for its durability. And while the black oxide coating slows this process, this tool will certainly develop a patina over time. At 4.1 inches long and 1.5 ounces, the mono construction body integrates a pry bar, bottle opener, 4 wrench fittings, and a flathead driver functionality built into the pry bar edge. Heavy-duty rubber bands secure a removable 4mm Phillips head bit, Swiss made by PB Tools, at the end of the tool, which maximizes leverage despite its compact size. The bit holder allows you to swap in any standard 4mm bit, which is useful if you prefer Torx over Phillips for pocket knife maintenance. The thoughtful details show here. The rubber bands slide up for bit access without removal, the pry bar doubles as a package opener, and the placement of functions maximizes both grip and leverage. A small Toor skull logo is machined into the body, a detail that's carried over from their handmade knives. Made entirely in-house in San Diego by a team that includes many veterans, the tool represents solid value at $35 for American-made, hard-use gear. Every travel kit needs a good power bank, but standard power banks lose efficiency dramatically in cold weather, a problem anyone who's tried charging a phone on a ski lift or a winter camping trip knows too well. And we like all of our gear to be prepared for whatever our travels throw our way. NITECORE engineered the Summit 10,000 specifically to solve this cold weather issue, with low temperature resistance rated all the way down to -40 degrees. So, how exactly does NITECORE do this? The key innovation is an intelligent heating system that activates automatically when temperatures drop below freezing. This function consumes minimal power while still maintaining optimal battery temperature, preserving 70% more capacity than conventional power banks in cold conditions. NITECORE claims that it can charge a modern smartphone twice over on the top of Mount Everest. And while we certainly can't verify that specific claim, this engineering makes sense for extreme environments, and is sure to handle anything we can throw at it. The unibody carbon fiber shell keeps the weight at just 6.07 ounces, while providing 1.5 meter impact resistance and IPX5 water resistance. Dimensions are 4.94 inches by 2.5 inches by 0.57 inches, making it pocketable despite the 10,000 mAh capacity. Dual ports include a USB-C quick charge PD port, 20-watt output, 18-watt input, and a USB-A QC port, 18-watt output. A one-touch low current mode handles your more delicate devices like Bluetooth headphones or smartwatches, and the included insulated carrying bag and braided USB-C cable are both designed for cold weather reliability. A 4 LED power indicator shows remaining capacity, and the mode indicator stays lit when low temperature heating is active. And while you might not be scaling Mount Everest during your next winter vacation, it is nice to know you wouldn't have to worry about your power bank failing you. A good carabiner is one of the most useful tools in any travel kit. Clipping keys, organizing gear, attaching water bottles to pack straps. The problem is that most carabiners rely on moving parts that will eventually fail. Springs wear out, gates get sticky, hinges break. It's just a matter of time. WESN CB eliminates that weakness entirely, building a carabiner with no moving parts at all. Milled from a single piece of titanium billet, the CB uses strategic cutouts that allow the gate to flex open despite being mono-construction. The mechanism works similarly to a frame lock on a pocket knife. The material itself provides the spring tension. This eliminates moving parts that could wear out or fail, while still keeping the profile clean and minimal. At 2.5 inches long, 1 inch wide, and 0.175 inches thick, it's incredibly compact, and it weighs just 0.5 ounces. The gate opens with a simple press, making it easy to add or remove keys and tools without any fumbling or hassle. Available in blacked out or bare alloy finishes, the CB isn't climbing rated and shouldn't be used for load-bearing applications. It's designed specifically as a keychain organizer, and WESN does back it with a lifetime warranty. Twin brothers Nick and Steve Tidball came from advertising backgrounds, creating floating houses for Airbnb and real-life video games for Adidas, all before launching Vollebak back in 2015. Their approach to apparel design treats clothing as speculative engineering, building gear for worlds that don't exist yet. The 100-year t-shirt is perhaps their most grounded product, a shirt designed to literally outlive you. The fabric blends 60% cotton with 40% Japanese cordura, a high-tenacity nylon typically found in protective panels on both motorcycle gear and hiking boot reinforcements. Vollebak tested the material using the Martindale abrasion resistance test, where a mechanical thumb rubs fabric repeatedly until fibers break. Standard cotton t-shirts survive around 7,000 cycles. The fabric on the 100-year t-shirt, however, reached 100,000 cycles before testing was stopped, which would make it 14 times stronger than regular cotton. The black edition seen here weighs 165 grams. We had some reservations about the cordura being comfortable, or uncomfortable for that matter, but the materials feel soft rather than technical, though it definitely does have less stretch than standard cotton. The fabric is moisture wicking and fast drying, so it moves to the exterior where it evaporates rather than sitting against the skin. Vollebak used dense twin needle stitching throughout, including the rib collar, to maintain structural integrity across the board. You'll also notice the shoulder seams sit a bit further forward than standard placement to help protect against backpack wear. Each shirt is constructed in Portugal and is also machine washable. Look, at $145, it's absolutely expensive for a black t-shirt. Whether you actually need a shirt that survives 100 years of wear is another question, but for travelers who prefer owning fewer, better things, the value proposition starts to make a bit more sense here. Oakley's been on quite the run over the last few years, and the Sutro silhouette has become one of the breakouts from the brand. We see them everywhere, from cycling pelotons to coffee shops here in LA. So when the brand decided to take their popular shield design and upgrade the frame to lightweight titanium, we were sold. Sure, the titanium alloy frame construction sheds weight compared to the standard acetate Sutro, but it also has a nice premium aesthetic. The cylindrical lens shape remains unchanged, that distinctive, wraparound shield that provides the coverage we want without the bulk of traditional sports sunglasses. Each pair is outfitted with prism black lenses, offering 11% light transmission for bright conditions and enhancing both color and contrast while still reducing glare. An adjustable unobtainium nose pad and saddle bridge distribute weight evenly, while unobtainium ear sockets provide grip that increases with moisture. The 3-point fit ensures the frames don't contact your face, which helps reduce pressure points during extended wear. The spring hinges add flex, though the titanium construction is already pretty flexible, so the practical benefit of these hinges is debatable. You're definitely paying a premium over the standard Sutro, but the titanium construction and refined aesthetic help justify the increase. And there you have it. Tough travel EDC gear built to handle the reality of constant movement, unpredictable conditions, and the kind of abuse that comes with actually using your equipment. Building gear this durable requires a different mindset. These brands chose materials like Dyneema, carbon fiber, and military-grade Cordura over cheaper alternatives. They engineered solutions to problems most companies ignore, like power banks that work in -40 degrees or carabiners with no moving parts to fail. It's a design philosophy that puts over-engineering front and center. As always, this is just our take on some of the best tough travel essentials out there, but we'd love to hear what EDC is in your kit. What gear has held up through years of international trips? What failed spectacularly and taught you a lesson? Drop a comment below. We're always looking for recommendations. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more EDC guides. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.